Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to 2024. But if the season ended today, January 1st, 2024, and the 2023 part of the season concluded, these would be my NBA awards. Let's dive straight into it, man. Starting off with MVP, I think it's pretty simple who I would pick. None other than Joel Embiid. Averaging 35 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. His shooting splits, 54 from the field, 35 from 3, 89 from the free throw line, man. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, man. Joel Embiid is playing phenomenal once again this season. Like, do you understand how crazy it is to average 35 points? Like, that is a lot of points. A lot of points. And the way he does it, I mean, I know he gets a lot, like 10 free throws a game, but he's skilled, man. I don't think we've seen a more skilled, big 3 levels than Joel Embiid. Argue with your mama. Coming in at the 6th man of the year is none other than my dog. I don't know how he didn't win it last year, honestly. Shout out to my boy Malcolm Brogdon for winning. Malik Monk has this is his best season by far. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. This is literally his best season statistically by far. And if you watch the games, man, he's been phenomenal for the Sacramento Kings off the bench. Like, absolutely phenomenal, man. He comes in the game, automatic spark plug. We know exactly what we're getting from Malik Monk night in, night out. He deserves a 6th man of the year award. If he doesn't get it this year, I mean, man, they obviously just hating. Like, absolutely hating. There's no way he should not get the 6th man of the year award this year, for a fact. Now, Rookie of the Year. This can get tricky, man, because the Rookie of the Year award has been given to, I'll say it, predominantly people on losing teams, right? So when I look at this award, I like to factor in winning personally. This is my personal way of choosing the winner. Winning matters. Winning matters. And if you're contributing starting minutes and you're winning, I feel like you should be winning the Rookie of the Year. So my Rookie of the Year goes to none other than Chet Holmgren, of course, averaging 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists a game. The thing with Chet is everybody didn't know what to expect this year, given that he got drafted last year, sat the whole year because he got injured in the Jamal Crawford Pro-Am. But, I mean, bro, they're the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. It's hard for me to see that in what he's doing with this team and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to give it to Wemby, right? And not to mention, Chet is shooting 54% from the field, 40% from 3, 84 from the free throw line. 22 and 9, 2nd in the West. That contributes a lot to winning, man. And he's also phenomenal on the defensive end, man. The Thunder have been crazy on defense this year, man. If you get a chance to watch them, I'm telling you, they're must-see TV. But the Rookie of the Year, who I can see getting Rookie of the Year, might be Wembanyama, who is averaging 19, 10, and 3. I think that's more of a media award. I don't think he's necessarily outplaying Chet. But at the same time, the San Antonio Spurs, they don't really have a point guard, and they're kind of stalling out Wembanyama. So I would like to see I would like to see Victor Wembanyama play with the actual point guard. Like Chet gets to play with Shea. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be a different dynamic. But yeah, I mean, this is San Antonio Spurs are 5-27, man, last place in the Western Conference. It's really hard for me to give the nod just because of the stats. And he's shooting 44 from the field, 29 from 3, and 79 from the free throw line. So those splits aren't better than Chet Holmgren splits, in my opinion. But you know, to each his own. I wouldn't be surprised if Wembanyama gets the Rookie of the Year, which he probably will get it. Now, moving on to my Defensive Player of the Year. This is my hot take Defensive Player of the Year, not my actual Defensive Player of the Year. So I'm going to give my hot take one and my actual. My hot take one, honestly, would go to Victor Wembanyama. Averaging 10 rebounds a game and 3 blocks a game, leading the league in blocks. He's he does have a 110 defensive rating, which isn't even in the top 5. I get that. But Victor Wembanyama, man, on defense, he's pause. He's a load. Victor Wembanyama's a load, man. This would be my hot take for Defensive Player of the Year. But like I said, I can't contradict myself. I don't think I can give him Defensive Player of the Year this year, especially with them having a record like that. So this is just a hot take for shits and giggles. But my actual Defensive Player of the Year would have to go to Rudy Gobert, man. The Minnesota Timberwolves, bro, I mean, they're limiting their opponent to 44% from the field every game, leading the league and limiting their opponents to 107 points per game, 107 points per game in a high-scoring, high-flying NBA that we are in today, right? He has 103.9 defensive rating, leading the league in defensive rating, averaging 2 blocks a game, and you see 12 rebounds a game, man. Rudy Gobert, say what you want about him, man. I mean, the stats show it. Even the eye test shows you, man, in game, he's a rim presence. He's very important as the anchor to this defense, man. I think they're playing really pretty well, being the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, by the way. And Rudy Gobert is helping tremendously with that. Now moving on to my clutch player of the year. Y'all know how big of a fan I am of De'Aaron Fox, but I have to be a realist on this one, bro. Coming in, I think around December 6th, he had about 60 points in the clutch. That was almost a month ago. And when I watch him play, bro, eye test, stats, everything backs it up. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is my clutch player of the year. Not even just talking about the stats. It's just in the fourth quarter, bro. I'll be watching games. He'll have like 10, 12 points in the fourth quarter. In the game with like 30. It just happens so fast. Shai Gilgeous is one of those guys, man. I got to give respect and credit where it is due. And Shai, to me, if the season ended today, is the clutch player of the NBA. Now, moving on to a little bit of a controversial topic here. This most improved player was an NBA All-Star last year, was not on the All-NBA team. That's part of my reasoning for picking him as the most improved player this year, which you guys might see this and be like, that's kind of a bad pick because of who it is. But my most improved player for this year has to go to none other than Tyrese Haliburton. Last year, he averaged 21, 10, and 4, 50% from the field, 41 from 3. This year, oh wait, I think I might have got that reversed. My bad. Forget about the percentage. I think I reversed that on my. That's my bad. We can actually look at it right here. Actually, hold on. We can actually look at this to fact check real quick. Career, boom, bam. Okay, so last season he averaged 21 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds. There it is. He shot 49% from the field and 40 from 3. This year, he's shooting 50% from the field, 41 from 3, averaging 13 assists and 25 points to go along again with 4 rebounds. Tyrese Haliburton is my most improved player because it's the fashion and what he's doing it in. He was an all-star last year. He goes from an all-star last year to not even being on the All-NBA team to being a legit MVP candidate. You understand how crazy that is? You go from an all-star, no All-NBA, skipping All-NBA because he's probably going to get an All-NBA nod this year, but becoming an MVP candidate. What he's doing with the Indiana Pacers is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So this is just some food for thought. I think Tyrese Haliburton is the most improved player right now. Granted, he might not win that because he's an All-NBA player. I don't know what the criteria necessarily is for that. Another candidate for most improved would be someone like Naz Reid. He's been playing phenomenal too as well. It can even go to Malik Monk. I mean, I think even though he's averaging one more point than he did last year, it's just his impact on the team is amazing. But yeah, Tyrese Haliburton is my most improved player pick for this year. Now, my coach of the year, to close it all out, I have 2 candidates, man. I suck at pronouncing his last name, but this guy right here, I'm going to call him Mark D. You got to understand something. The OKC Thunder, without Chet last year, by the way, they went 40-2, no playoffs. I think they made the play-in, but didn't make the playoffs. This year, 22-9, second in the West. It's a huge jump. No playoffs to second in the West, and they're dominating a lot of teams. So I think Mark D is my coach of the year. But practically, I would not be mad if Jamal Mosley was, this guy right here, the coach of the year. What he's doing with the Orlando Magic, man, I don't think they have a legit guy averaging over 20 points, which, I mean, we could probably go see the stats right now. Let's check the stats real quick. I could be wrong, but I want to check this. Players' stats. All right. Let's see if they have anybody averaging over 20 points. Okay. Scoring. Okay, that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. Wow. Player. That I literally went to team stats. Oh my gosh. Roster. Anyway, that didn't help. That didn't help. But needless to say, though, Jamal Mosley, what he's done with this team, they're 19-13 this year after going 34-48, 13th seed in the East last year. Now they're a top 6 team in the Eastern Conference this year. They're currently 5th, sitting at 19-13. I think it's a phenomenal jump. Those 2 guys right there are my 2 coach of the year candidates. But I think Mark D should get it, bro, because the OKC Thunder are 7-game series. I don't think you want to see them, man. But that's my spiel for the day. You guys let me know your guys' thoughts below. Who you guys have? Who would you replace? Who would you change? Who do you agree with? Let me know in the comments below. That's my spiel. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Sayonara. You have this thing. Happy New Year once again.